10 to the 500 versions of string theory, each one a different universe with different physics. Now, critics say this makes string theory unscientific. You can't disprove the theory. But others actually turned this on its head and said, well, maybe this apparent failure is string theory's greatest triumph. What if all of these 10 to the 500 different possible universes actually exist out there somewhere in some grand multiverse? Suddenly, we can understand the weirdly fine-tuned values of these two dangerous numbers. In most of the multiverse, dark energy is so strong that the universe gets torn apart, or the Higgs field is so weak that no atoms can form. We live in one of the places in the multiverse where the two numbers are just right.
Georgie, we live in the universe where these two numbers just right. How do you understand it?
Well, he's talking about, well, whether the universe exists or not.
Thank you. But we are exist because X boson just in the position where it should be, because if it is off or on completely, no atoms, no universe, nothing. And dark energy in our universe has exact right number, because I don't understand, but if dark energy would be much, no universe at all. Again, good.
We live in a Goldilocks universe.
Georgie, please read.
We live in a Goldilocks universe.
Yes, translate. Goldilocks universe.
Но мы живем в сказочной вселенной.
Good. Goldilocks, our planet Earth, is in a Goldilocks position towards the sun. How do you understand it?
Well, because if it was closer or farther, it would be either too hot or too cold.
Absolutely. No life. No life. And, Georgie, astronomers, did they find any planets which are in a Goldilocks positions to other stars?
Yes.
Good. Good. How much is the number?
Well, a lot.
Good. Good. Do you think it is logically to start searching for life on that
Yes.
kind of planets?
Well, sure.
Sure. Good. So not only the size should be like of planet Earth, but the planet should be in Goldilocks position towards the star. Good.
Now, this idea is extremely controversial, and it's easy to see why. If we follow this line of thinking, we'll never be able to answer the question, why something rather than nothing?
Please read and translate.
Why is there something rather than nothing?
Translate.
Почему есть что-то вместо того, чтобы было ничего?
Good.
In most of the multiverse, there is nothing, and we live in one of the few places where the laws of physics allow there to be something.
Please read and translate.
In most of the universe there is nothing.
Good.
However, we live in the one where the laws of physics allow there to be something.
Excellent. Excellent. Translate.
Но в большинстве вселенных нет ничего, но мы живем в той, где законы физики позволяют чему-то существовать.
Even worse, we can't test the idea of the multiverse. We can't access these other universes, so there's no way of knowing whether they're there or not.
What was he talking about?
He's saying that there is no way to prove the multiverse existence.
Excellent. 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 Excellent.
So we're in an extremely position. That doesn't mean the multiverse doesn't exist. There are other planets, other stars, other galaxies, so why not other universes? The problem is it's unlikely we'll ever know for sure. Now, the idea of the multiverse has been around for a while, but in the last few years we've started to get the first solid hints that this line of reasoning may get borne out. Despite high hopes for the first run of the LHC, what we were looking for there, we were looking for new theories of physics, supersymmetry, or large extra dimensions that could explain this weirdly fine-tuned value of the Higgs field. But despite high hopes, the LHC revealed a barren subatomic universe populated only by a lonely Higgs boson. My experiment, paper after paper, where we glumly had to conclude that we saw no signs of new physics. The stakes now could not be higher. This summer, the LHC began its second phase of operation with an energy almost double what we achieved in the first run. What particle physicists are all desperately hoping for are signs of new particles, micro black holes.
Oh my God, Georgie. So, as far as I understand, this collider shut down. It didn't work. And the video was published in 2016, and they expected that the Hadron Collider will resume its work, and the power of collider will be twice as high. And they all expect what?
Well, new physics?
Oh yes, new physics. So, 2016, now we have 2020. I didn't hear anything about new particles. Did you?
No.
That means they didn't find anything. They spent more billions and billions of dollars.
Or maybe something totally unexpected emerging from the violent collisions at the Large Hadron Collider. If so, then we can continue this long journey that began 100 years ago with Albert Einstein towards an ever deeper understanding of the laws of nature. But if in 2 or 3 years' time, when the LHC switches off again for a second-long shutdown, we found nothing but the Higgs boson, then we may be entering a new era in physics. An era where there are weird features of the universe that we cannot explain.
Please read and translate.
An era where the weird features of the universe that we cannot explain.
Translate.
Эра странных особенностей Вселенной, которые мы не в состоянии объяснить.
And exactly we are in that position, because they didn't find anything, so collider switched off again, and I don't know if they will switch it on third time. For what? For which reasons? They didn't find anything except Higgs boson. Okay.
An era where we have hints that we live in a multiverse.
Please read.
An era where we have hints that we live in a multiverse.
Translate.
Эра, в которой у нас есть лишь подсказки, что мы живем в мультивселенной.
That lies frustratingly forever beyond our reach. An era where we will never be able to answer the question, why is there something other than nothing? Thank you.
Okay, rather pessimistic. What do you think, Georgie?
Well, yes, it is.
Okay, because it's a Hadron Collider, we cannot build anything like that, because it's very expensive and so on and so forth. So, the end of story. As far as I understand, it doesn't work now in 2020 anymore. We spend so much money for nothing. And the end of theoretical physics. What do you think?
Well, there is always hope, I think.
Good. Very nice. There's always hope, I think. Okay. Georgie, how can you explain that probably somebody put a law on us, on humanity, and we are not allowed to find other things, other laws of physics. What do you think?
Well, this is a difficult question. I don't know.
Okay, me too. I just ask your opinion. How do you feel? Okay, Georgie, second part. I'm going to hear your retelling about the game. It will be like retelling. And after that, we will go to the book or to FC. So let's start with your